What if 90 days from now, your life looked completely different and it all started today? No complicated systems, no endless to-do lists, just 3 simple steps that tens of thousands have already used to create real change. If you're ready to make it happen, you're in the right place. This might just be the most powerful video you watch all year. Let's dive in. Let's start with step 1, reflect. This first step is all about pressing pause and taking a really honest look at where you are in your life right now. Because before you can figure out where you want to go, you have to understand where you're starting from. And luckily, there are 2 really simple exercises that can help with this. The first one is called the Wheel of Life. Here's how it works. Grab a blank piece of paper and draw a circle. Then divide that circle into 3 big sections: work, health, and relationships. And within each of those sections, break it down even further into 3 smaller areas. Under work, you have mission, money, and growth. Under health, you've got body, mind, and heart. And for relationships, it's romantic, family, and friends. Now think about each of those 9 areas one by one. And for each one, ask yourself, how satisfied am I with this part of my life right now? Give yourself a score from 0 to 10, where 0 means not satisfied at all, and 10 means you're completely happy with it. When you're done, you'll have a quick snapshot of how balanced or unbalanced your life feels at the moment. You'll clearly see which areas are thriving and which ones might need a little more love and attention. But here's an important bonus tip. Add a 10th category to your wheel, joy. Because when you're serious about self-improvement, it's so easy to get trapped in this endless cycle of, I need to get better, I need to fix this, I need to achieve more. And while growth is great, life isn't just about ticking off accomplishments. Adding joy to your wheel reminds you that feeling good along the way matters too. It's a way to make sure you're not just racing toward goals, you're actually living and enjoying the journey. Now, if you prefer writing to drawing, there's another really great exercise you can try: a simple journal reflection. Here's what you do. Take a fresh page and split it into 4 sections. Work, what's working work, what's not working life, what's working life, what's not working. Then set a timer for 5 minutes. Put on some relaxing background music, something instrumental works best, and just start filling it out with bullet points. Don't overthink it. Just write down whatever comes to mind. And here's a little rule that can make this way more powerful. Make sure you list at least twice as many things that are working as things that aren't. It's easy to get caught up in everything that feels wrong or broken, especially if you're ambitious and hard on yourself. But chances are, there's already a lot going right in your life, and this exercise trains your brain to notice that. Because the truth is, even if you're aiming for big changes, you're probably doing a lot better than you give yourself credit for. Think about it. You're alive. You're healthy enough to be watching this. You've got an internet connection. You've probably got a roof over your head and people in your life who care about you. And sure, there's always room to grow, but recognizing what's already good gives you a much stronger foundation to build on. There's a great quote from a mentor that sums this up perfectly. Strive satisfied. It's completely fine, in fact, it's amazing, to want more from life. But it's even more powerful when that desire comes from a place of gratitude, not frustration. Because when you grow from satisfaction, the journey feels lighter, more joyful, and ultimately much more sustainable. Now that you've taken an honest look at where you are, it's time for step 2, align. This step is all about looking forward and asking yourself a powerful question. Where do I actually want to go? Because here's the thing, if you don't have a clear and exciting destination in mind, it's incredibly hard to stay motivated. It's like trying to set off on a journey without knowing where the finish line is. You'll wander around aimlessly, and sooner or later, you'll probably just give up. That's why it's so important to create a vision for your future. Something that genuinely excites you, something that pulls you forward even on the hard days. And a simple way to do this is the 3-year sketch exercise. Here's how it works. Imagine it's 3 years from today. Life has gone well, maybe not perfectly, but pretty close. Take a few deep breaths, close your eyes if you want to, and start picturing your ideal life. Ask yourself, where am I living? What does my home look and feel like? Who are the people around me? My friends, my family, my partner. What's my physical health like? Am I fit, energetic, relaxed? How's my mental and emotional health? What kind of work am I doing? Does it feel meaningful and exciting? How much free time do I have for hobbies, adventures, and passions? How do I spend my mornings, my evenings, my weekends? And while you're doing this, try not to limit yourself with thoughts like, that's not realistic, or that's not possible for me. Forget about how you'll get there for now. This is about creating a compelling vision, not setting immediate action steps. Let your imagination run a little wild. Dream bigger than you normally would. And if you want to make this exercise even more powerful, try creating a vision board. A vision board is just a collection of images, quotes, and visuals that represent your dream life. It could be a physical board you hang on your wall or a digital board you put together on Pinterest or Canva. You might include pictures of your dream home, places you want to travel, activities you want to try, the kind of work setup you imagine, people smiling and connecting, photos of vibrant health or fitness goals, quotes that inspire you, anything that makes your future feel exciting and real. And here's the magic of a vision board. When you have a physical reminder of what you're working toward, it keeps your goal vivid in your mind. You're no longer just moving away from problems, you're moving toward a life that lights you up. It taps into something deeper than discipline or willpower. It taps into desire. Because when you feel pulled toward your vision, showing up every day doesn't feel like a grind. It feels like momentum. Once you're clear on where you want to go, the next step is simple. Start figuring out how you're actually going to get there. And that's what step 3 is all about. Now that you've reflected on where you are and aligned yourself with a vision of where you want to go, it's time for step 3, plan. This is where things start getting real, because a vision without a plan is just a daydream. If you want to actually change your life in the next 90 days, you need to turn that exciting future into clear, simple actions you can take today. And the best way to do that is by setting yourself 2 main quests, one for your work life and one for your personal life. Notice, it's not 10 quests, not even 5, 2. Because here's the trap a lot of people fall into. They get excited about change, they set way too many goals at once, and then they end up overwhelmed, scattered, and frustrated. But when you pick just one focus for work and one for life, you're able to pour real energy into them. And that's when momentum builds. That's when real transformation happens. So, let's start with your work main quest. Ask yourself a few powerful questions. What's the single most important thing I could accomplish at work in the next 90 days? What one project or goal, if completed, would make the biggest impact? If I look back 3 months from now, what's the accomplishment that would make me most proud? Is there something I've been putting off that I know would be a game changer? Take a moment to really think about it. And once you know what your main focus should be, frame it like this. My work main quest is to iki saoing. This is the most important thing for me to accomplish in the next 90 days because to complete the quest, I commit that by date, I will have achieved A, B, and C, clear, objective results. This feels exciting and compelling because to make sure I complete the quest, I'm going to start. And when you're writing out your A, B, and C, make sure they're things that someone else could verify. Something you could tick off a list, not just a feeling. Instead of, I'll stop procrastinating, go for something tangible, like, I'll write 500 words every weekday, or I'll publish 12 videos by the end of the quarter. The more specific and measurable it is, the more powerful it becomes. Now, let's set your life main quest. This is about your personal life, your health, your relationships, your happiness, your sense of peace. Ask yourself, what's one thing I could focus on that would make the biggest positive difference in my life? What would bring me the most joy, fulfillment, or peace? Is there a habit, project, or personal goal I've been avoiding that would be transformative if I tackled it? Again, take a moment to really tune into the answer. And when you're ready, frame it the same way. My life main quest is to Rei Keeks. This is the most important thing for me to accomplish this quarter because Ikis why. To complete the quest, I commit that by date, I will have achieved A, B, and C. This feels exciting and compelling because EB feels a. To make sure I complete the quest, I'm going to she. Maybe it's finally building a fitness habit. Maybe it's deepening a relationship you care about. Maybe it's learning a new skill, starting therapy, or carving out more time for rest and creativity. Whatever it is, make it clear, make it specific, make it exciting. And here's a little bonus tip. Alongside your 2 main quests, you can have a few side quests, smaller goals that are nice to haves. But the real energy, the real commitment, goes into the main quests. Those are non-negotiable. Those are the missions that matter, because it's easy to get busy with dozens of little things that feel productive. But deep down, you know the difference between movement and progress. Real transformation comes when you choose what matters most, and you go all in. So, to quickly recap, first, reflect on where you are today, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Second, align yourself with a vision of the future that's so exciting it pulls you forward. And third, plan 2 clear, specific quests that will move you closer to that future over the next 90 days. If you actually take the time to do these exercises, not just listen passively, but sit down and really work through them, you'll be setting yourself up for real, meaningful change. Of course, setting goals is just the first step. Following through and making it happen, that's where the magic is. And if you want to massively boost your chances of actually sticking to your plan, check out the next video where you'll learn 5 evidence-based strategies to make it way more likely that you'll succeed. Thanks for being here, and good luck with your quests.
Thank you for listening. If this episode resonated with you, the best way to support the podcast is to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Every bit of support helps us keep creating content that actually matters. See you in the next one.